The Australian Rugby League team to play against the touring French side has been announced in Sydney and includes the dynamic Queenslander Wally Lewis. Also in the squad...
These Australians certainly don't run in ones. There's people backing up off them all the time. Oh, good long ball. And he's in. Malmeninga. Another 40-yard pass. Well, they're toying with us now.
The most special moments in my life, the ones I like to remember most, are the times that I represented my country. The first time being probably the most special, and the time when I first heard I was going to be captain of Australia. I can remember I was sitting at home with my wife after I was announced as captain of my country, and my wife remembers it better than I do, but she often reminds me that she came in and I was looking at a map of Australia. It was in a magazine or a paper or something, and I turned around to her and I said, I'm captain of the greatest country in the world. How good does that make me feel?
Lewis, Miles, his teammate from Queensland, Lindner. Lindner for Lewis. Lewis for the line. That's a Queensland back up. The referee's over. Has he awarded the try? It's a try to Wally Lewis.
You hear different stories before you take over. I know I was apprehensive when I first took over the job, and I made a few inquiries, but when I got with Wally and I had Peter Sterling as a vice-captain on the Kangaroos too, but all the test matches, Wally Lewis is just a true professional. He just loves to win, and when you have that sort of a captain under your wing, you can't help be successful. I can't speak more highly than Wally Lewis. I know at times he might have trod on his own foot a few times, and he's probably wished he hadn't have done a few things, but you're talking to me as a captain, as a footballer, and as a man as far as relationship between coach and player. And I just couldn't put a better adjective to say he was magnificent.
First sign of the true taste of typical North England weather as the morning training session gets underway.
Stand by for the national anthem of Australia. Team very, very bunched there, not giving themselves any depth. They need to stand a lot deeper. Out to Sterling. Sterling away there with a cutout pass to Lewis. Pops a pass back inside to Miles. Miles looking for support. Gets it away to O'Connor, and he's in for the try. Out they go, the Australians. Out to Lewis. Lewis steps, weaves, busts the tackle, gets a pass away to Miles, and Miles is in beside the post. And Wally Lewis has created a magnificent try for Gene Miles, who's gone over and scored right beside the post. Simmons a dummy half. On to Sterling. Sterling gets a pass to Lewis. Lewis is on the surge, and he's over! Right underneath the black dot. That's the place to score him. Get their hand.
We are the boys you know of. Russia. We show them how to play. No matter where we'll be. The green and gold you'll see.
There's Roy Simmons running round behind the defence, got it to Wally Lewis. Wally throws a dummy, another dummy, and Lewis has gone under the post. An incredible solo try from Wally Lewis. They well have gained Australia just that little bit of a breathing space here that'll hold them away from this Great Britain side.
In that second half, it had become apparent that the English believed that they really could win that match after being beaten or flogged in one of the games and beaten quite convincingly in another. They really wanted to win that game to salvage some pride for their country.
Schofield goes one, Schofield over the top, and he's going to score a try. There, good try to Gary Schofield. Stop down the button, and out to Stevenson, back inside to Schofield. Good try, that was a great try.
What I had to do more than anything else was try and lift the spirits of our players. Our guys are were thinking about going home. The series was finished. We'd won it anyway. After the first 2 test matches, why was this match so important? So I turned around and I grabbed Gene Miles and Brett Kenny and Greg Dowling, and I said, look, a few of the guys here have just lost a little bit of interest. We're going to have to try and revitalise them. Let's start taking some rucks up. Let's get us going forward again. All we're doing is going backwards. Things that you do with the football that you don't really know you're doing. I threw about 3 or 4 dummies, and apparently the winger must have been a little bit fooled by this. And I decided to step inside. I saw the cover come across, the last line of cover, and stepped inside him and took off as quick as I could. I knew that I was going to get over the try line at that stage, and I just heard one of the English players dive to the ground behind me, screaming out, "No, no, no."
Boys, get up there.